Hello everybody, FM22 here, and welcome back to the next episode in the part-time to big-time save. You may remember in the last episode we unfortunately didn't make it to the first round proper of the FA Cup, with a 2-1 extra time defeat to Gainsborough. Since then we have won 1-0 at Boreham Wood, Lonsdale with a goal. 7 bookings we got in that game. Referee was a bit of a shocker. The other team had 3 bookings and a sending off as well, so referee clearly having an off day, but we did manage to win that one 1-0 in a pretty even game. And then the second game was a 1-1 draw away at Eastleigh. Sampson scored his first goal, not of his head, since his return from injury. And then they scored in the 69th minute. The XG says they were the better team, but I think we had the better chances. The issue is we're struggling for fitness a lot. It's bad. To show you quite how bad it is, this is our fitness tests for the next game. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fitness tests for the next game. We really are struggling. So we've got Bromley up in the league. After this though, I think we do have 2 weeks off. We have a 2 weeks break, I think. Yeah. So after this game, we might be able to get some fitness back in the legs. But here is the side we're going to go with today. Blondin and Coup in the nets. Henley, Lever, Smith and Blakeman in defence. Waldock, Calverley and Radcliffe in midfield. Hall, Jessup and O'Rourke up top. Gabu, Shenton, Sampson and Lonsdale on the bench. So injuries elsewhere. So yes, we're going to be struggling a little bit, but hopefully we can pull something out here. Bromley are in the league, 15th in the league, and we're at home, so we're probably favourites for this one. So we'll see how it goes. So let's start the game. And thanks again for the continued support. Really appreciate it. If you subscribe to the channel, that really helped me out. And let's get into this game. So we're still on the 4-3-3. We abandoned the 4-2. I thought it was a 4-2-4 really, wasn't it, with the 2 wide men. It wasn't really working for us, so I abandoned that. So let's see how we go. A very, very plain start so far, but here we are with the first highlight. It's a header from Leather against the bar. Again, the corners look deadly, and we highlight from the other side now. Blakeman with an in-swinger this time. It falls into a hole in the box. He's put it to Waldock, and that's been defended. So we started off, you'd probably say, on the front foot. Blakeman's key to our season. He's just come back from an injury. I think it was a broken wrist, possibly. I mean, it didn't keep Gary Lineker out at the World Cup in '86. I don't know why it kept him out for so long. I think he's been out for about 6 or 7 weeks. And we certainly have missed him. And he's not fully fit, so we may have to replace him at some point. But let's just see how we get on. But here he is now, rampaging down the left. Ball in field to O'Rourke, again to Calverley. And we've worked to the other side. Hall has took a shot. He's just gone over. Certainly are on the front foot here, though 7 shots and none on target isn't what you want to be seeing. One on target now out of 11. That's a terrible ratio. Let's address that in the half-time team talk, hopefully. Blakeman is a wizard at the free kicks, and he's hit the bar. Jessup didn't follow that one up. It looked like it was shoe in for a tap in there. You can usually address the shots on target. Shots taken so far. No, there's nothing on there. Keep going and we can win this, I think, is probably the way forward here. So we'll have to maybe make some changes shortly. The opposition team look kind of more tired than we are. Incredibly. They must have tried to squeeze some fixtures in the Vanarama Conference League this month. Waldock to Jessup. Jessup's been poor, not the same player since we've had him back. Henley inside to Waldock, back to Jessup. Back to Waldock to Calverley. It's a lovely move, you have to say. This is like watching Brazil. O'Rourke to Jessup, and no, again, he's just not there for him. I'm not sure what's wrong. He's come back a different player since his return. Maybe it's his injury was like Dean Ashton's for West Ham, who said I believe an interview with him once saying that every time he walked his ankle squeaked after a certain injury, so he took early retirement. It was a great player, but certainly let's bring on Gav Moo because Henley's struggling a bit. He certainly did have his injury issues, and I'm sure he said his ankle got that bad. His doctor said he'd have problems in later life, and every time he walked, you could hear it squeaking, which is not ideal. Right, so let's just pause it there. Connor Hall's looking tired, and O'Rourke's not playing well. But let's bring on Sampson, shall we? And Waldock, because he's been booked for Shenton. So let's go out and try and nick a goal here. Going into the last 15. I've had the better, 64% possession, miles more shots, but say not a lot of them have been on target. 3 shots out of 15 is poor, to say the least, and it's going to end up a 0-0. That's not ideal. In a match we should have won, really. I had to sympathise. No, I'm disappointed. We should have won that match, I think, is the team talk there. So, I mean, it's not a defeat. You could argue we're still bedding into the new 4-3-3 formation. Still getting used to it. So we've had issues with fitness. Make sure no one's goalless. Hall with his Chorley. He's gone 8 matches. Jessup's now 18 hours. Christ. Fitness concerns. 5 unbeaten, but lots of draws in there. Okay. So what we'll do, the next game of the Southend game, we'll play the Aldershot one off camera. Do the Southend game at home. Hopefully we can win the second game in the episode. Like I say, get a bit of fitness back in the legs will be a good thing. So I shall see you shortly for the Southend game. Well, here we are. Milton Keynes Dons hire the Orca 79 as manager. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, the Orca 79 has left Chorley to join MK Dons. Orca 79 arrives with a record of 40 wins, 14 draws and 15 defeats in his career. He's also won a league title. His first game in charge will be against Fleetwood in the Sky Bet League 1 on the 1st of November. Orca 79 will face pressure to bring immediate success to Stadium MK, having stepped up from his previous standing to take sole charge, and will need to hit the ground running if he is to win over those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Lee Boyer was considered to be the favourite for the job, but it is unclear whether the club favoured Orca 79 all along. Chorley will now be looking for a new manager. So there you go. Interview came out of the blue. MK Dons offered me the job after the interview. Let's schedule a press conference. So here we are. I've just accepted it. We are 1 place off the relegation drop door, but we are in League One. We have moved up considerably. I haven't even looked at the squad yet. Don't know what players we've got. I know we've not got much of a budget. I think we're outside the transfer window, so it's all going to be extremely tricky. You have to hit the ground running. What we'll try and do is buy the 3 named players for the youth team. The next match is tomorrow, so I've not got a lot of time to get things in. So I'll just come back on once I've picked the team and etc. And then we'll see how we get on then. Okay, so here we are with the last episode of The Save. Not where we planned to be, but here we are in the new job, MK Dons. Don't really know where we are at the moment. I've had to advertise for a lot of backroom staff, etc. I've got no assistant manager. It's just a bit crazy. So one day to prepare for the game, but this is the team we're going to go with. Pim in the nets, Odebajo, O'Hara, Dean Lewington, 38 years old. He's a real veteran at centre back, and Daniel Harvey at left back. Our usual left back, I think, is this gentleman, Imari Samuels, 4 million. So we've got him on loan from Reading. So he will be our regular left back. He's just injured at the moment. Twine, Smith, and Ollie Lee in the midfield. Twine is an excellent player. I'm hoping for big things from Scott Twine. Hendry, Aissa, and Kieran Evans up front. Yeah, we are struggling a little bit for depth in the striker region. That's something I'm hopefully looking to improve. I think the loan window is still open. We have a January window, so we'll see how that goes. So here we go on 0 days training with no assistant manager. We are away at Fleetwood Town in our first game in League One. So let's see how we get on here. We are playing in white. Big step up in class. I'm not going to score in the first second, are we? That'll be phenomenal. Oof. It's a good start. Again, looks like we've inherited a little bit of conditioning issues. I've advertised for a fitness coach. One thing we'll try and get to do is let the players run miles for us. So we'll see how it goes. But definitely need an assistant manager to come in though, first off. That's Hendry's through, and it's the first goal. Is it offside? The first goal of the MK Dons era is C. Hendry, not Colin Hendry, the ex-Rovers stalwart, but Callum Hendry. It might be his son, you know. It might be his son. Does it say anywhere? Biography. Callum Hendry began his career at Blackburn Rovers. That makes me think that it actually is Colin Hendry's son who just scored the first goal in the MK Dons era. So if it is, that would be fantastic. But we're 1-0 up, 5 minutes gone. The board just wants us to finish mid-table this season. So that's hopefully, it's 1-1. Harrison Biggins, what a fantastic name, has equalised. So hopefully we can finish mid-table and then look to kick on the season after. You know, managers need a couple of transfer windows. I certainly don't see us doing much until the summer, and then we can look to get the players in that we need. I have made offers for the youth players. 6R4, Gavmu and Powell M. The offers are in for them, see if we can bring them in. Again, they're not ready for first team football. They weren't ready at Chorley, really, at the Vanarama conference level, so they certainly won't be ready for Division 1 football. But hopefully they can stay in the youth, they can gain some experience there. So we seem to be, it's an even game going to the XG, but we do seem to, 74% possession. We are controlling possession. Let's see how this attack shapes up. Twine is probably the standout player for MK Dons. That's it. I am hoping for good. It's coming and it's Isa. Just checking there's no offside flag there. No, it's not. It's been given. It was wide out to Harvey. Inside to Evans. It was a great run. It was a fantastic finish. Yeah, Matt Smith is looking a little tired. We'll have to see if we can probably make a half-time sub. We have got, I think, David Kasumu, who has just come back 45 minutes, and he looks like he's been playing a lot for them. So we'll try and bring him in, maybe 60 minutes, the usual 60-minute substitution. Inside again to Harvey, back out wide to Evans. switch his flank. Odubaju. Back to Twine. Back to Hendry. Playing some lovely stuff. I'd like to take the credit for this, but I haven't took a training session with him yet, so just my tactics. It goes wide to Harvey and Hendry with the header. Oof. Just wide of the post. Oh, it's a long ball over the top. That's a terrible finish. That's one of the worst finishes I've ever seen. At half time, 2-1 in our first game. Let's say I'm happy. Matt Smith will be coming off around about the 60-minute mark. Difficult when you start a new club. You just have no idea who's who. A little bit easier, I guess, when you've joined. Let's make it so when you join kind of mid-season, because you can see the players who have played so far. But the flip side of that coin, I guess, is the players who have played so far were down in 20 positions. So are they the wrong players that have been playing? Have to ask yourself that. Now Dean Lewington isn't playing well. Well, I'm just wondering who I can bring on instead of him. There's not much. He's going to have to stay on. But we'll bring Kasumu on, which sounds a bit like an online casino, doesn't it? Isn't it? Kasimu.com or something like that. We'll bring him on, see how he gets on. Let's see if we can. We'll hang on to a win, really. Get some backroom staff in and see how it goes. I think I did see actually that we've got the FA Cup the next game, so we are back in the Cup. Those of you who thought the Cup run was over with Chorley, think again. Let's not concede here though. Got that away. Chance for a counter attack. Henry's been excellent on his debut so far. Wide again to Harvey. It took a deflection on the cross, and it's no one pressuring that ball there. Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, that was a fantastic ball through, to be fair. It really was. Defence splitting past the defender. I had no idea where it was. Who was it who played it? Garner. Look at that. Lovely run. I mean, it's disappointing to concede, but it's a great goal. I love that goal. So can we just hang on now? We're probably the better side, much more possession, double the shots on target. Although the XG is very similar, I don't think a lot of our shots were maybe very threatening. Let's bring on someone for a striker. Not that they've got much. I mean, I'm going to pronounce that. Toyose Olusanya. Let's bring him on for the last 10. Just some fresh legs to run about up top. Winding down into the last 2 minutes. Oh no, there's a highlight. Let's get up the other end. I mean, a last second. Oh, what's happened there? Has he been sent off? No, surely that's it. That's the end of the highlight. So we're going to launch it long ball forward and up for the best. Oh, I mean, that was a strange one. But yeah, so there you go. 2-2 in our first game as MK Dons in League One. There you go. So there you go. So lots of changes. Then Fleetwood were mid-table there, so it's probably a good result away from home. So lots of changes now. So we're now in League One football. So hope you enjoyed that. Let's look at the. I think it's the FA Cup next. I think. So let's just take a look. Yeah, we've got the FA Cup. First round next at Mansfield, so we'll probably do that one, and then maybe Derby. That'll be a big game. So do that and Derby in the next episode. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. I'm glad you're spending your time with me today. I hope you subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Thank you. Bye.